I've been thinking about, you know, get a chance to think a lot. Sometimes, right? It's quarantine. Get a chance to think a little more. And today, I'd like to paint and draw. Been thinking again about Don Quixote. Chasing that impossible dream. I know how much art means to me and to a lot of people. I'm forever trying to make it work. So Don Quixote, chasing that impossible dream. I think I'm drawing some horses, maybe him walking the horse, heading towards the windmill, maybe head down or head up. So the horse, you draw over here, I guess. And Don Quixote had a really strong imagination. But he saw the best in things that others may not have seen the best in. And that's probably what's really beautiful about him, this story. Is that he saw beauty in what was not necessarily beautiful. Kind of have him tugging at the horse behind him here. Talking to the horse. Whoever might listen. In a lot of ways, I think Don Quixote is the ultimate artist. Suffers much, still believes, still has hope. 2, 3, 4, 5 items. This is going to be oil paints on canvas. Some trivia I learned a long time ago. Don Quixote was the second most read book in history at that time, written by Miguel Cervantes. At that time, the first most read book at that time was the Bible, and Miguel Cervantes was the second most read book. Don Quixote, which is multiple stories in one book, kind of like the Bible. Miguel Cervantes suffered quite a bit. He was a slave for some time. Caught in the war, I guess. Did some slave time. And did not have it easy for a long time. I think it was towards the latter part of his life that he got some recognition for his books. But during that time, things were not easy. I could just imagine in those times to be an artist, had these ideas in his head, but he was trying to live too. I mean, no real grocery stores back about 600 years ago, so you have to survive. And then there's wars, all kinds of terrible stuff. Artist, I think, sees a lot in hope and in love. And sometimes when reality is not so pretty, we escape to our imagination on the hope that we could create something that we'd all be happy to live for. On one of the stories, Quixote, he wants to become this knight, and he realizes that he has to eat healthy like a knight would, and he could only find, a pigeon or something like that, but he makes it into a feast in his mind, and he's eating basically scraps and barely anything that could sustain anyone, but he makes it into a feast in his mind. And so when I was in the service, I remember some of the stuff they would say. I'd say, every meal is a feast, every paycheck's a fortune, every day's a holiday, things like that. And having that sense of hope, that belief that you were striving for something better. That your existence meant something or means something. I think Quixote found his gift later in life. Picasso's said to have said it, and I'm sure others have. It says is to find your gift and then to share it or give it. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. And those are all beautiful statements. Don Quixote is something that I enjoy to read parts of throughout my life. I like the Bible. Come back to it multiple times. Really good art. Come back to it multiple times. Don Quixote seems to be something that I come back to often. Adding some oil pastels into it now. So Quixote wanted to become a knight so he could find himself a princess, earn his right to marrying a princess. But the only people that could marry a princess was someone that was a knight, and he was not. So he had to figure out a way to become a knight. There was no way that he was going to get a shot to becoming a knight. So he made it up in his mind that he would do something that was night worthy and go slay a dragon. But everyone knew there was no such thing as dragons. But Don Quixote believed it in his head that he would find a dragon to slay so he could become a knight, so he could marry a princess. And then he saw the windmills, and in his mind the windmill turned into a dragon, and he had to slay it. He started attacking the windmills. Everyone knew he was crazy, but in his craziness he would win over with his charm the admiration of people, realizing that he was chasing this impossible dream, but he believed it. He carried a lot of scars in the process.
Jeez, dropping everything.
Do you like using the same brush? So the helmet that Don Quixote ends up wearing is a bloodletting bowl. Back in those days, they would bloodlet if people were sick or whatnot. They thought that was a way to cure some illnesses. And so the only helmet that he found, and in his head it was, you know, something a knight would wear. He had a great imagination. Get up nice and close there. Don Quixote. There's a windmill and his horse, the stars, chasing that impossible dream. I'll read you a quick insert, something I read every day. And it says, "And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars still strove with his last ounce of courage to fight the unbeatable foe, to reach the unreachable star, the impossible dream, man of La Mancha, born the same year as me." Happy arts, everyone. Happy arts.